Okay, this is a math lesson from your Ready Math, and it's in the book with the numbers on the instruction book, and we're starting with lesson 30 at part 1, compare data. And we're going to page 200. Okay, on this page, I went ahead and drew some shapes here. We could have taken shapes and drawn them from a container and see which shape we drew, or we could have asked students in the class which shape they preferred. But we want to do shape and number of shapes. So let's pretend that we drew them out of the container. And the first time we drew a triangle. Okay, so now we have numbers of shapes. And it says make a picture graph. So a picture graph means that I'm going to be drawing circles over here. So first one we drew a triangle. Then the next one we drew a circle. Then we drew a triangle again, and a square, and another circle, another triangle, another triangle, another circle, another square, another triangle, triangle, circle, triangle, square, square, square. Okay, and we stopped there. Okay, now I should have drawn those right underneath of each other. I didn't do a very good job of doing that. But it says, what does the picture graph show? Okay, well, we can ask some questions. We can say, what are the number of responses in all? Okay, how many times do we draw the responses? What if we were doing a survey, what one do you prefer the most? So how many people responded, how many people gave us an answer, or responses in the fact that we drew, how many times did we draw something? So how will we get the number of responses in all? Okay, we would add up our number of shapes, or our number of tally marks, or if we had just numbers. So let's see how many in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There were 16 in all. Okay, which shape was with the most responses? Which one did we have more of? Well, we could tell that by just looking at it. We could tell that the triangle had more because we've got more circles there. We could just tell that by looking at it. So which shape had the most responses? Well, we could either draw a triangle or we could write the word triangle. Push that over there so that you can see when I'm writing. Triangle. Remember, how many sides does the triangle have? 3. How many corners does it have, or vertices? It has 3. Okay, what is the shape with the fewest responses? Which had less? Well, we can kind of tell that by looking. If I had them all in a straight row, it would be like this. So which one had the fewest? Well, the circle. And so we could either put a circle here, or we could write the circle. Once again, you just stay on the line. Okay, there are more blank than squares. Okay, so here are squares. So what are there more of? Are there more circles? No, we only had 4 circles and we've got 5 squares. What are there more of? There are more triangles, and we can tell that. So there are more triangles than squares. Okay, here we could have drawn a triangle. Okay, a question I can ask about our picture graph is, so what other question could we have asked? How about asking how many more triangles than circles? So how, start with the uppercase, how many more, what did we have more of? We had more triangles. How many more triangles Next year, you're going to be doing a lot more writing with math. So we need to get used to that. How many more triangles than, and we said we were going to do circles, then circles are there. And this is a question, so we need a question mark. Okay, so how many more triangles are there than circles? Well, remember when we're asking how many more or how many fewer, it's always a match. So I match those up, and how many are left over? 3. There are 3. So I can write that as a problem too. So if I had the 7 triangles, and what did I do when I was matching? It's kind of like I was taking away, wasn't I? So I was taking away these 4. And what did I get? I had 3 left over. So 7 take away 4 is 3. Okay, then turning the page, we're going to go to page 202, and we're going to keep on. We're still talking about comparing data. So this is the data that's been collected. Children named their pets. Okay, they wanted to see what pet each child had. Then they made a picture graph with the data. How many have dogs or cats? So how many have dogs or cats? Now, here are 2 birds. Does that have anything to do with the question? No, it's talking about dogs and cats. So how many have dogs or cats? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 have dogs. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 have cats. So it says how many have cats or dogs? So 7 plus 4 is, well, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're working on your math facts, guys, so that you don't have to count, so that you know them quickly without having to take the time and count and use your fingers. Okay, so let's look down here. They worked it out here too. Find how many children have dogs or cats. Each picture shows 1 child. So count the pictures for dogs, count the pictures for cats, then add. So how many dogs did we say we had? We have 7. How many cats do we have? We have 4. So 7 plus 4, we said, is 11. So if you don't know 7 plus 4 is 11, start here with 7. Do you have to count these all again? No, you see that there's 7 right there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 children have dogs or cats. Okay, and then looking at this page. How many more pears than apples? Okay, favorite fruits. How many? Okay, there are 14 pears. There are 8 bananas and 12 apples. Okay, Mom went to the grocery store. She bought fruit, and she got 14 pears, 8 bananas, and 12 apples. So it says color the squares to show how many. 14 is how many more than 12? Okay, so they colored, there were 14 pears, so they colored 14 squares. And then it's talking about apples, so they colored 12 apples. And then they said how many more, or 12 is how many more than 14? No, 14 is how many more than 12. I'm reading backwards. So here's 14, here's 12. This is where that ended. We match it up there. So how many more? How many are left? It is 2. 2 more. There are 2 more pears than apples. Then it says, look at the chart. What other questions can you ask? And what answers did you find? Well, I could ask how many more pears than bananas, or I could ask how many more apples than bananas. I could ask how many more pears than apples, which we already did. So how many more pears than bananas? So 14, here were my 14, oops, and there were only 8 of those, so I would have stopped right here. So how many more would there have been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. Okay, let's go to your book with the animals on it. And this book here. And you are going to page 283. You already have the parent page there that gives some explanation to what we're doing here. And then on page 283, we have the lesson. Okay, children name their favorite toy. They make a picture graph with the data. Find each picture, or each picture shows one child. So if each one of these is one child, how many wanted dolls? Well, they counted them, they got 5. And here they're talking about trucks. So how many wanted trucks? 4. And why did they do that? Just the dolls and trucks? Because your question is, how many children chose a doll or a truck? So 5 chose dolls, 4 chose trucks. So 5 plus 4 is 9. If you don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully you know without doing that. So 9 children chose a doll or a truck. Okay, so at the bottom, how many children chose a ball? Well, look up here. How many children chose a ball? 1, 2, 3. 3 chose a ball. Okay, how many children chose a doll or a ball? So a doll, there are 3. Wait a minute. How many chose a doll or a ball? A ball, there are 5. And a ball, there are 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8 children chose a doll or a ball. Okay, and then turn to the back of that page. To page 286. And we'll look here. Favorite weather. They asked in class, they're asked a group of people, what was their favorite weather? 15 people, it says how many? 15 people said they like sunny days. 11 said they like it cloudy, and 13 said they like it, what would that be? They like it rainy. So how many more sunny than cloudy? So color the squares to show how many. So how many sunny? 15. So we're going to go down to 15. So we will be coloring in all of these. I don't have crayons here with me, or we could do it with crayons. Okay, and then how many cloudy? Cloudy was 11, so we go down to 11, and we color it in. So if we look at this, how many did we not color in here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are how many more sunny than cloudy? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more sunny than cloudy. Then it says how many more rainy than cloudy? So how many rainy? There are 13 rainy. So if this had been rainy, it would have gone down to 13. I put an R there for rainy. And how many more rainy than cloudy? And cloudy, there were 11. So how many more would there have been? There would have been 1, 2. Okay, then it says how many people are in all named their favorite weather. So how many people in all were doing this? So we're going to have to add 15 plus 11. Okay, we didn't actually get to this part, but we can do it real quickly here. We add the ones first. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Then we add our tens. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 26 between sunny and cloudy, and then 13 more. So we're going to take the 26 that we got and add 13 more. So 6 plus 3, we add our ones first, is 9. And 2 plus 1 is 3. 39. 39 people answered whether they liked, which kind of weather they liked the best. Okay, and then we're going to do this last page here before we stop. It says circle what the most children liked. Okay, so bike, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And slide is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, how many children chose bike? Well, we said 6. Circle the color that the most children liked. Okay, so what did most children like? They liked swings up there, but most children like swings up here, but down here, color, it's a new chart. So circle the color that the most children liked. Red were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yellow is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we shouldn't have even had to put the numbers because you could pretty well look. So which one did they like the most of? Well, yellow, because that's the one that has the most faces. So yellow. Okay, turn the page on the back and we'll finish up this lesson for now. If I can get the page turned. Okay, so it's the tally chart. Shows Zach's stickers. Okay, green, let's see how many he had. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I'm going to write it out here to the side. Blue, he had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And purple, he had 5, 10, 11. So how many more green than blue? So we're talking about the green and the blue. So how many more green than blue? We can match them. 5, 5, 5, 5. So how many more? 4. Or 14. Take away the 9 that matches up, leaves us, wait a minute. I did something wrong there. Yeah, I counted that as a 5. That's not a 5. So let's do that again. That matches, but there's 1 here, so left over. So that's 14. Take away 9 is 5. So I got too big of a hurry. So we always check our work to make sure. Okay. All children in Mr. Lee's class chose their favorite animals. So 8 liked horses, 9 liked fish, and 3 liked birds. So how many children chose fish or birds? Okay, fish or birds. So 9 plus 3 equals 12. So 12 children liked fish or birds. How many children are in Mr. Lee's class? Well, if these are the ones that gave the answers, we have 8 plus 9 is how much? 17. Remember, when you add a 9, you take a 1 away, that leaves 7, 17. So 17 plus 3. Okay, so I can just count up for this one, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17 plus 3, 20 children. Okay, and we will stop there.